So hello students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the principal quantum number, and next one is the azimuthal quantum number. The next quantum number is the azimuthal quantum number. Okay, so here this azimuthal quantum number is nothing but this is a principal shell. Okay, and in this shell again subparts. Okay, what are the parts? Those are nothing but the orbitals. Okay, like your city. You suppose in India, the principal quantum number is nothing but a state. Okay, so our state is Telangana, and in this Telangana again the azimuthal quantum numbers is a subpart, that is district. Okay, so in the Telangana how many districts are there? Earlier 9 and now I don't know. Okay, so the L is nothing but it is a part of a shell. Okay, so that is the reason they call it as a subshells. It represents the type of subshell. Okay, but first of all, the azimuthal quantum number also called it as a orbital angular momentum or subsidiary quantum number. Okay, and it was proposed by the Sommerfeld, and it represents the type of subshell. Earlier the n value represents the shell, and here now it represents the subshells. Okay, and it defines the shape of orbitals. Okay, so what are the shape of orbital? That we will see later. But before going to that, the value of the L depends upon the n, obviously, because L is a subpart. Okay, so the L values always depends upon the n value and always numerically equal to the value of n. Always numerically equal to the 1. If suppose n is equal to 1, so that means the total L's are only 1. If the n is equal to 5, total the L values are 5. If the n value is 6, so the total L values are 6. So that means the L values are numerically equal to n value but not exactly equal to. Okay, so choose later. For a given value of n, the possible values of L's are 0 to n minus 1. 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so that means for a given n value, the L values are 0 to n minus 1. That means if suppose n is equal to 1, what is the L value? The L values are 0 comma 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 means again 0. So 0 0, simply you can write only 1 0. Okay, if the n is equal to L is equal to 0 comma 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1. Okay, so what is the 2 minus 1? 1. So you can write the 0 comma 1, and come to the n is equal to 3, the L values are 0 comma up to 0 to 3 minus 1, up to n minus 1, 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is equal to how much? 2. So that means 0 comma 1 comma 2, 0 comma 1 comma 2. Okay, and come to the n is equal to 4, the L values are 0 comma up to n minus 1. That means 4 minus 1, that is 3. So that you write it as 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3, right? So look at here. Here is a 0, only 1, and here 0 comma 1, so it is 2. So here 0 comma 1 comma 2, so total it is 3. Here 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3, here is a total 4. So this value always equal to the n value, numerically equal. So here is n is equal to 3, so the total is 3. Here is n is equal to 4, so total is 4. So that means here it is numerically equal but not exactly equal. Numerically equal but not exactly equal. Okay. So the each n value consists of one or more subshells and are equal to n value. Okay, that already we discussed now. So if the L value is 0, what is the subshell? It is a S orbital. What is the shape of the S orbital? Spherically symmetrical. And if the L value is 1, what is the subshell? It is a P, and it is double. Suppose if the L value is 2, that is D subshell, and that is a double dumbbell in the shape of, and if the L value is 3, it is a fundamental F or F subshell, that is a 4-fold dumbbell. Okay, right. So just before this we have seen this diagram, right? So if this is a nucleus and here is the n is equal to 1, okay, so if for the n is equal to 1, what are the L value? The L value is only the 0. So that means L is equal to 0 means it represents the only the s orbital, right? So that means in the n is equal to 1, only s orbital can be present. Okay, next, n is equal to, so further the L values are 0 comma 1, 0 comma 1. So 0 represents the s orbital, 1 represents the p orbital. Okay, so that means in this orbital, in this shell, what are the subshell? S and p are the subshells. Okay, and come to the n is equal to 3. So what are the L? The L values are 0 comma 1 comma 2. Okay, so that means the 0 represents S, 1 represents the P, and 2 represents the D. Okay, these are the subshells. Okay, so that means in the n is equal to 3, how many are there? S, P, and D subshells can be present. Okay, there is no F in this, there is no F, and here there is no D, there is no D, and there is no F, and here there is no P, there is no D, and there is no F, only one s orbital can be present in it. Okay, you have to understand like this, right? And the next one is the magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number, and it was proposed by the Landé, and it gives the information about the orientation of that orbital. Earlier we learned about the orbitals. The L represents the orbitals, okay, subshells, and now it gives the orientation of the orbital with respect to the set of coordinates axis. That means the given orbital on what direction it is there, on x direction or y direction or z direction, on what direction it is there. That gives that information given by the magnetic quantum number. Okay, so for any subshell, the L value, the possible ML values are, for any subshell, the possible ML values are minus L2 plus L including 0. Minus L2 plus L including 0. Okay, so look at this table, you will understand. So for subshell S, what is the L value? It is 0. And what are the M values? The M values are minus L2 plus L including 0. So minus L means it is already 0. So minus 0, 0 plus 0. So you can write only 1, 0, right? And next for the P, the L value is 1. So that minus L, minus 1, 0 plus 1. For D, it is 2. So that minus L2 plus L. So minus 2, minus 1, 0 plus 1 plus 2. Total it is 5. And the F, that is 3. That means minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3. Total it is 7. Okay. So you will see here for the p orbitals, you know that how many p orbitals can be present? 3 p orbitals. For the p subshell, how many p orbitals can be present? 3 p orbitals. So look at here, this is a 1 orbital, 2, and this is the 3. Okay. So these are the 3 p orbital. Again in this, where the electrons are present, you know that. Suppose like already the address came into your village, and where is your house? So for that you need a house number. You need house number. Okay. So this is nothing but your house number. Suppose this is your village, and in this, these are the house numbers. Okay. So that gives the information by the magnetic quantum number. So for the P, how many are there? ML values 3. Minus 1, 0, plus 1. So write it minus 1. This for the minus 1, and this for the 0, and this for the plus 1. Right? And for the d orbital, it has a 5 orbitals. D orbital, okay, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. So write it as a minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, and plus 2. This is your house numbers. In the D subshell, what are the house numbers? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. Don't write the reverse, plus 2, plus 1, 0, okay. Right. And again you know that in this each orbital you can write 2 electrons. One is upwards and one is downwards. Okay. And that information given by the spin quantum number. So this was proposed by the Uhlenbeck and Gaudsmit, and it gives the information about the direction of the spinning of an electron. So what is that? The for clockwise spinning, you will write it ms is equal plus of and the upward sign up, and for the anti-clockwise, it is a spin down, spin up, spin down, spin up and spin down. Okay, right. So that means in this p orbital, suppose in the p orbitals, these are the 3 p orbitals. In this, one electron is here. So how you will say this? This is there in the n is equal to 2. So how you will say that in the n is equal to and the L is equal to 1, because here is the p orbital. For the p orbital, L is equal to 1. Okay, and what is the ml value, magnetic quantum number? Here is a -2 and -1, 0, +1. So ml is equal to -1. And what is the ms, magnet spin quantum number? So here it is the upward direction, so write it as a plus of. Write it as a plus of. Okay, this is nothing but a set of quantum numbers. Set of quantum numbers. Okay, practice it. You will understand very easily. If you have any problems, you can discuss with me at any time. Okay, so this is all about the quantum numbers. Quantum numbers. Okay. And before going to that, just small information. This, look at this table, the subshell notation. Subshell notation. If in the first shell, if the L value is 0, what is the subshell notation? It is 1s, because L 0 ante s kada, 1s. If the n is equal to L is equal 0, so that is 2s orbital. So if in the second shell, the L value is equal to 1, so that it is a p orbital, so that it is 2p. And 3 0, that means 3s, 3 1 3p, 3 2 2 means d orbital, so 3d, 4 0 4s, 4 1 4p, 4 2 4d, 4 3 3 means f orbital, so that 4f. So like this you can give the notations. Okay, so this is all about quantum numbers, and in the next lecture we are going to see the shapes of orbitals. Okay.